everything we completed. Okay, we did so many sums on that. We completed almost all. Exercise also, exercise 2.2 also we completed. Yes, is it interesting, children? Yes, it is too interesting, and we saw so many things in that. Now we'll move on to the same thing in that only. We'll continue with that chapter and we'll finish off that chapter and move on to the new one. Okay, today we'll move on to the new one. Before we start the new one, what we have to do, children? The prayer. Okay, the prayer, the almost all. We started with the all exercise, everything we started. Now we'll move on to the prayer part. After that we will finish off the chapter. Okay, all of you close your eyes and repeat after me. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaleshu Sarvada. Okay, now we'll start with our exercise 2.2. We did 2 in this, everything we completed. The last thing I will tell you how to do, you have to do it by yourself. Okay, a taxi driver filled his car petrol tank with 40 liters of petrol on Monday. When he filled the petrol on Monday, he filled 40 liters. How many liters? Okay, on Monday. When he completed that? On the next day, he filled the tank with the 50 liters of petrol. Next day, what he did? Again, he filled 50 liters. Okay, cost. If the cost of petrol is 44 per liter, how much he did spend in all petrol? What we have to do? We have to just add it. You will get the result. Okay. What main madida? 2 dina petrol haksida. 40 liters anta heli, 50 liters anta heli. 2 dina petrol haksida. Adra 1 liter ge ಎಷ್ಟು ಐತಿ? 40 rupees ಐತಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು rupees ಐತಿ? 40 rupees. Then what is the cost of these two? Add these two first. After that multiply with this. You will get the answer. I am telling you the only way how to do that. Okay, I am not telling you the steps. I am just telling you the way how to solve. What we have to do? We have to first add these two. After that, what answer, what outcome we get now? Multiply with this number. You will get the answer. You will get the what, children? Answer. Now, next one. A vendor supplies 32 liters of a milk to the hotel in the morning and 68 liters of a milk in the evening. If the milk cost 45 rupees per liter, how much he did due to the vendors on his, how much he paid? Same thing, heng ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದನ್ನು. Okay, ಎರಡೂನು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ಸ್. If you try, if everything ನಾನು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will not understand. So try these two. If you not understand, sure I will tell you way of solving that problems. Okay, next one, obviously the match the following, you all know that. Okay, these three, will you do that? It will be the homework for you. Can you? Okay, you will do that. I know that. Okay, now we'll move on to the next content, that is patterns in whole numbers. How many patterns we have? Different types of patterns we have in a whole number. Patterns of patterns ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು whole number ಒಳಗ ಈಗ ನಾವು so many types of patterns we can see. Okay, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, ಈಗ 50 ನಾವು ಯಾವ ವೇನ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? 49 minus 1 we can write. Okay, not 49 plus 1, it is 50. What we did? Just we extended the 50. Yes, it is a one type of a pattern. These all things come under the patterns of whole number. In the patterns we have so many types. Okay, that types we'll study today. Okay, we shall try to arrange numbers in elementary shapes made up of dots. First, what they are telling, we can try the whole numbers using what, children? Dots. Using what? Dots. Okay, the shapes we take are 1, a line, 2, a rectangle, or a square, or a triangle. Or ennathara ee dots na whole numbers ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ಯಾಟರ್ನ್ ಇದೆ. Okay, it is a one type of a game only. We can take in the form of line. Okay, in the form of line, in the form of rectangle. Okay, in the form of square, Okay, square will be like this. Okay, it is like this now. Rectangle will be like this. Next one, triangle. It will be like this. Okay, we can take in this form. We can do the sums in this form, in these types of our shapes. Okay. Every number should be arranged in one of these shapes. No other shapes is allowed. In the patterns, only these 4 patterns are there. Not other patterns are not allowed for this. Okay. Pentagon, hexagon, polygons. These all things not come under this one. Only which shapes? Line we can take, rectangle we can take, square we can take, and triangle we can take. How many? 4 shapes we can take. ಇದ್ರೊಳಗ ನಾವೇನ sums ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಇದ್ರೊಳಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, shapes ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, whole number ಒಳಗ. Okay, every number can be arranged as a line. Okay, the number 2 is shown as, ಈಗ ನಾ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ numbers ಅನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಲೈನ್ ಒಳಗ ತೋರಿಸೋದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, it is interesting only. Okay, it is not a big thing or a hectic thing. Okay, the number 2 can be shown in the line like this. Yes, the number 3 can be shown in the like this. Okay, now some other we can take in a rectangle format. 6 can be shown like this. How the 6 can be shown like this. And ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗ 3 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು. 3 1 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬರಬಹುದು, 2 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಬರಬಹುದು, 6 ಅನ್ನ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರಬಹುದು. Next, 4 and 9 can also be arranged in the squares. 4 and 9. Okay, 4 it can be arranged in the squares. So 9 also it can be arranged in a square because we have a 3 in the 3 sides. How many we have? 3 lines in the 3 columns, 3 rows we have. So it becomes a square. 4 also. We have a 2 square. No, 2 row, 2 column. It can be what? Square only. This is also square. This is also square. 6 can be rectangle. 3 can be line. 2 can be line. Okay, in this way we can write. 3 also 3. And next one more thing. 3 can be written as triangle also, like this. It will be right angle triangle. Okay, 6 also we can write it in the which way? Triangle way. Yes, 6 can be written like this, 3 can be written like this. So these are the patterns of whole number which we can write the numbers using what, children? Dots. Using what? Dot. Using dot we can draw the whole numbers. Okay, note that the triangle should have its 2 sides are equal. 2 sides will be what? Equal. The sides have to be equal. The number for dots in a row starting from the bottom row should be like this: 4 3 2 1. The top row should be always 1 dot. Triangle olage irtiti, top row will be always what? 1. Then only it will be triangle. Okay, if we have a 2 dot on the top side, that will be the square or a rectangle. If we have a 1, then it will be a triangle. Understood? Okay, now we can do the whole number using what we did with the patterns, with the dots we solved. Now we'll do the patterns with observations. Okay, with values, with the numbers. We did with the dots. Ivella in a one way of showing you a whole number or a numbers in the other type or other way of showing your whole number using like fun teaching only. We can do the whole number with the dots also. We can do the whole number calculations with the numbers also. Okay, now we'll do the patterns observation. Observations of pattern can guide you the simplifying process. Study following. Like for this, for example, 110. If we have 110 plus 10, it can be written like this: 110 plus 9 9 minus 1. It is a way of patterns using the what? Patterns using the what? Patterns using the observation. Patterns using the observation. This is the one way of observation showing the whole number. Whole number showing the way of calculation using observations. Okay. Like this we can do the so many big sums also. Like for example, if I have, it can be written like this also. Yes. Okay. Okay. Next one. And we can write like this also. If we have number like this, it cannot be write like this. Okay. So it can be written like 96 into 2 na now ಏನೇನು divide ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ನಮಗೆ. For example, 10 divided by 2. 2 ones are. So what we got, children? Exactly, we got this one only. The way of expanding or showing it in the other way. Showing it in the other way. Okay, other way. Only the concept is that only. The number will be same. The method will be same. The calculation will be same. But showing that number in the other way, like in the different way, that will be the concept. Okay. Now, these are some of the example to show patterns observations. How to make different types of patterns in whole numbers. Okay. One is I told you the patterns with the dots. The other one will be using the observation. How we can do the different types of patterns. Okay. This will be the interesting, not hectic one. It's interesting one. Okay. Now we'll do the exercise part, children. Exercise 2.3. Exercise 2.3. First main, what they are asking, which of the following will not represent 0? ಯಾದ 0 ನ represent ಮಾಡಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾದ 0 ನ represent ಮಾಡಾಕಿಲ್ಲ. For example, first is 1 plus 0, second is 0 into 0, third one is 0 by 2, fourth one is 10 minus 10 divided by 2. Okay, in this 1 will be 1, answer will be 1 we get, here we get 0. This is also 0, D1, this is also 0. Then which is not representing 0 here? First one not representing 0. Write the answer that A is not represent 0. This is the answer. How we did, children? 0 into 0 will be 0 only. 0 divided by 2 will be 0 only. 10 minus 10 will be 0 divided by 0 will be 0. But here 1 plus 0 will be what? 1. So this is the answer. Now second one. If the product of two whole number is 0. If the product of two whole number. If the product of what I am telling? Product of two whole numbers are 0. Can we say that one or both of them will be 0? Justify them through example. What they are telling, if the product of two whole number is 0, can we say that one or both of them will be the 0 only? Yes. It can be 0. Why? When we multiply any number with a 0, what we get, children? 0 itself. So one side have to be 0. If in case do both the sides also we can write the 0, but one side have to be 0. Then only we get the product 0. Yes. Write the answer. Yes. Copy this one. Third one. We move on to the third one. Third one. is 1. Can we say that one or both of them will be 1? Justify with example. What they are telling? The answer, the product have to be 1. Can we say that one or both of them will be 1 only? Yes, it can be. Both of will be 1 only. Yeah, what we have to write? Yes, both will be 1 or any one will be 1. Okay, both of them will be 1. Write the answer. Both of them will be, because if we write here 2, we not get 1. If we write 3, we not get 1. If we write 0, we not get 1. So if we write both the sides 1 only, then only we can get the answer 1. Fourth one, find the values using distributive property. Which property we are? Which property? Okay. Fourth one, distributive property. Using what? Distributive property. First example, 728 into 101. Now one example here ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ, remaining you have to do. Okay, 728 we can write, expand it. I told you patterns with observation. This is patterns with observation. 100 can be written like this. 100 plus 1. Okay, now 728 into 100 plus what we have to do, children? 728 into 1. Now multiply these two. What we get now? That will be the answer. Try to do if we get the correct answer. Okay, or else this part we'll do it in the next class. Okay, try this one your own and we'll do the next part in the next class. Okay, we'll meet you in the next class, children.